Hello, General Math students. Today we're going to talk about lesson 3.2, writing equations. So please take out your notebook and a pencil. Label the next blank page 3.2, writing equations. A lot of this is going to be very similar to the previous lesson, writing expressions, only now we're going to add that equal sign. So the first thing I want you to have in your notebook is equation. That's the first word. Feel free to pause the video and write it once I fill in all the words. A mathematical sentence that uses an equal sign to say that two expressions are equal. So if we do an example, I would do 4x is equal to 5y, meaning that 4x has the same value as 5y. Once you plug in an x and plug in a y, they are the same. So get this into your notebooks. Pause the video if you need to. Then we're going to move on to keywords for the equal sign. Here are the three words you need, or the three phrases I should say you need to know. Is, equals to, the same as. One thing that will come up is the past tense of is, which is was. That's also a key word. It's just the tense of the sentence. But these are the three things that are going to indicate that you should write an equal sign. So let's go ahead and start writing down our phrases and our equations. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to kind of put the things that I'm going to be doing up above the sentence and then write the equation down below. So the difference of a number x, so that's x, and 8 equals -5. So I'm going to do the difference. X was first, so x minus 8 equals a -5. 3 multiplied by a number w is, here's that equal sign, 13. So I know I'm going to multiply. Remember, you can write it this way, but the best way is 3w equals 13. This is the way that I would like to see you write it more and more. A number p plus 100 is 250. So that one is fairly straightforward. We have not come across anything that means we have to switch it around. The quotient means we're going to divide a number q and 6/10 equals -10. So I've got q divided by 6/10 equals -10. So let's do a little bit more of a sentence with a little bit more things we don't know, I should say. Your mass in kilograms. We don't know what that is. I'm going to call it M for mass. Multiplied by 0 8/100 is approximately equal to, so we're just going to do this. I'm not going to worry about approximately equal to the volume of your blood in liters. So I'm going to use a V. So this one's got a few variables. So 8/10 times M, so 8/100 times M. So I'm going to write 8/100 M equals V. The speed of sound in water, let's call that W, is about 5 times the speed in air. So I'm going to use A. So W equals 5A. The total cost for a group of people to ride the bus. The total cost, we don't know what that is. I'm going to call it C. Is our equals 3 per child, so that's going to be multiplied, and I'm going to use a C, and So if we're doing a total, that's going to be where the plus sign is, 5 per adult. So the cost is, and because I use C for cost, I'm going to use K for kid. We'll say 3K plus 5A. So define what your variable is. This is writing from word problems, which we just kind of started doing. Define what your variable is. What are you missing? That's what you need to do first. As we went through it, circle important numbers, underline keywords, however you want to do it, figure that out, and then last but not least, write the equation. If you need to write these 3 steps down, please do pause the video and go ahead and write them down. So let's try the next one, and I'm going to do all of this. -8 degrees, there's our -8, is, there's that equal sign, twice. We talked about this yesterday, or the last class. This means we're going to multiply by 2. The temperature at the North Pole, Earth's North Pole, we don't know what that is. Let's call it N for North Pole. -8. Then it just tells us to write the equation. So I'm going to start at the beginning. -8 equals 2 times N. So I'm going to write 2N minus 8. Well, I need a score of 12. And here's that one word that we talked about, the past tense. It's going to mean equals 4 more. So I'm going to do 4 plus, but here's than. We talked about this last class. That means we switched around. So I'm not going to do anything yet. 4 more than Henry's score. We don't know what Henry's score is, so we're going to write H. So now we write the equation. So 12 plus, now here is where I'm going to turn it around. Instead of 4 plus H, I'm going to do H plus 4. Let's do the last 2, and then we're going to try it on our own. You enter an elevator. Do you know where you're entering an elevator? Nope. We're going to call that E because we have no clue where we're going. And go down. So we're going down. We're going to subtract 7 floors. We're going to subtract 7. You exit. So if you're getting off, that's where you're ending. That's where you're equaling on the 10th floor. So there it is. E minus 7 equals 10. Last one, together. So I'm going to add 2 things. You, we'll call that Y, and a friend, don't know what that is, we'll call that F, have 52. So that means you have together 52, so that equals 52. Now, it says your friend has 28. So instead of the F, we're going to put a 28. Write your equation to find out how much. So I'm going to do Y for you plus your friend who has 28 equals 52. So I'm going to skip this one for right now because we're going to get plenty of practice. So pause the video, write down these. There's 5 of them here. Write them down. They're both going to be expressions and equations. Pause the video, write them down, and then come back and I'll write in the answers. The product of 5 and a number, so I'm going to say 5x. And remember, your variable doesn't matter which variable you use unless it specifies. The sum of a number and 8, so it's going to be n plus 8. Now we have an equation. Here's is. 91 is the quotient of 7 and a number a. So 7 divided by a. The total of 3, 4, and numbers. So we're going to add them all together. 3 plus 4 plus x. And finally, we have 4 less than, so it's going to be something minus 4. 3 times the number a, so I'm going to write 3a is equal to 5. Let's do it again. Go ahead and pause the video and write down what you think the next 4 statements give, either expressions or equations. Here we go. The difference of 7 and 2. So I'm going to do 7 minus 2. The difference of a number and 9 is 4. So the difference of a number, we'll call it A minus 9, equals 4. The quotient, that's going to be division of 3 and a number. So 3 divided by n. 4 more than 2. We're going to turn it around. So 2 plus 4. Again, pause the video, write them down, do as many as you need to so you feel comfortable doing it. 3 less than a number, so I'm going to do n minus 3. The quotient of 8 and a number, so 8 divided by n. 6 more than, so it's going to be something plus 6, 3 times the number a, so 3a is 81. 3 more than, so it's going to be something plus 3, 2 times the number, we'll call it 2x. Last one, pause the video, do these 4, and come back for the answers. This is the last one. 4 is the same as, that's our equal sign there, 2 less than, so it's going to be something minus 2, a number a. So 4 equals a minus 2. 2 less than, so it's going to be something minus 2, 5 times a number. I don't know why there's an s in there, so 5a minus 2. The quotient of, I did it again, I don't know why, 5 times a number and 2. So 5 times a number is first. We're going to do the quotient and 2. Remember that and separates and says that's where the subtraction, or in this case, the division sign is going to be. The sum of a number and, so there's where that addition is going to be, 7 is 18. So a number, we'll call it a, plus 7 is 18. So your homework due in the next class is both worksheets, lesson 3.1 worksheet and lesson 3.2 worksheet. Those need to be done for your next class. Feel free to message me with any questions. Have a good day.